The Chicago Bulls pick up their first win of the NBA season by beating the Toronto Raptors 104-103. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, man, NBA here to talk about the Chicago Bulls and their first victory of the season in one of the wildest Bulls games I've ever seen, folks. Like, there was so much back and forth in this one. Oh my goodness. This game took a few years off my life for sure. All right, so let's talk about this game here. All right, so the Bulls win by 1 point on a last-second three by Alex Caruso, who had a fantastic game in this one. But yeah, man, a lot of ups and downs and back and forths in this one. The Bulls get off to a slow start. Okay, right after they had that players meeting after the first game of the season, I was thinking the Bulls come out with a vengeance. DeMar DeRozan saying he's guaranteeing that's not going to happen again, and they start out really slow. All right, but they're able to come back, bounce back, get the second unit in there, get a spark, and they actually get a double-digit lead in the second quarter. But then, again, the Bulls falter, fall behind, and we're talking about, 5 minutes left in the fourth, and they're down big. And, you almost think, is this happening again? Really? We're about to get blown out twice now in 2 games at home? So the Bulls say, no, that's not happening. DeMar DeRozan says, not on my watch, not in my house, puts the team on his proverbial back and just carries them to victory here. 33 points for DeMar in this one. He did miss a bunch of free throws that could have iced it earlier, but hey, man, they got the job done, and DeMar was a big reason why. And final score was 104-103. The Bulls win, but I got to tell you, folks, like, winning obviously is the end goal for everything, but the context behind this win is a little troubling because we're talking about a Toronto Raptors team. We're not talking about, the Celtics or the Bucks. We're not talking about the Nuggets. We're talking about a Raptors team that's kind of at the same level as the Bulls, probably a fringe playoff team, play-in team, really. That's what they were last year. They did get worse, so they're probably not even a playoff team because they lost Fred VanVleet. But point being is, like, we can't be struggling this much against a team like Toronto, right? And when you talk about the fact that it took a Herculean effort from DeMar for us to eke out a win here, like, what the heck? You're talking about your second best player, or arguably your best player, he should be, in Zach LaVine, having only 8 points. And he goes 0 for 6 from 3. 16 points last game. Like, what's going on with Zach? Is he injured? Because I know his back flared up a little bit. He talked about that. The Bulls overall shot 37% from the field, which is terrible. They shot 20% from 3, which is even worse. Like, the shooting numbers are terrible, awful. Vooch can't seem to get it going. Did have a double-double today, 11 and 12, or yesterday, but nothing great, right? So, like, yeah, they won. I totally get it. But the trends are troubling here where it's like you got to scratch and claw your way to just get a 1-point victory over the Raptors. So, again, it's early on in the season, only 2 games in, but we got to start stacking some, solid victories here. Again, I'll take a dub when I can get one, but fact of the matter is, the Bulls easily could have lost this one. Easily, right? And so they could have been 0-2 to start the year, 2 home losses, and that would have been obviously not catastrophic, but not great. And so you want the Bulls to kind of, bounce back here and be able to start stacking some good victories here. But, yeah, man, not a great sign to me. It was one of those no, yes victories that I'm just, happy that they pulled off. But the underlying metrics here, not happy about. They got to shoot better from the field. They got to just play better overall. Let's see what happens with Zach, if he's going to play this game or not against, or play the next few games or not. But his back flared up. But this is not a good trend here. But it's very early. I'm not losing up, not giving up hope or anything. But let's see what happens here, folks. But, yeah, I just want to point that out here. Beat the Raptors by 1 point, but, took everything out of you to do so. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts, as always.